Hey, welcome back to the Relentless Positivity Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Martin. We got some returning visitors. These guys are the heavyweight sock champions of the world. We got the father-son duo team of John and Mark Cronin from John's Crazy Socks. Thanks for round two. Come on, guys. How's it going?
Thank you very much. I really appreciate I on your podcast, and I'm really excited.
We are so happy to be here. Thank you for having us back. We will be relentlessly positive.
Oh, yeah. You guys are perfect for this show. Although, John, I know you're probably a little upset. Your New York Stankies lost the World Series. Just a little callback from last time. So,
Yes, you call them
case-
Stankies, right?
I'm going to say Stinkies.
What's
Stankies.
for?
I am a New York Mets fan.
And even worse, what football team?
Okay, I don't want to go say that. I'm a tricky old man. I'm a Jets fan.
It's hard being a Jet fan.
It's tough life. It's tough life. So let's in case people don't know, fill us in. How did John's Crazy Socks become a thing in the world?
Well, we'll tell the story, huh?
Yes.
All right, come with us back to the fall of 2016, just about 8 years ago.
8 years.
And our story starts in a small log cabin in the woods.
No.
No. We're here on suburban Long Island in a town called Huntington outside New York City. And where were you, buddy?
I was at a Huntington High School. I gonna be my last year of school, Dad.
Yeah, gonna be last year of school. And like everybody else, John is trying to figure out what comes next. What were you looking at?
I look at job, program, and school. I can't find crayons that I don't like.
Now, for your audience listening, John has Down syndrome,
I am.
and he ran into an unfortunate reality. There just are not enough opportunities for people with differing abilities. Only 1 in 5 people with a disability are employed in this country. It's awful. But John here is a natural entrepreneur.
Yes, I am.
You didn't see a job you wanted. What'd you say?
I said I want to create one. I want to make one. I told my partner, it's you.
Me.
I'm going to be with my father. A nice father that been together. Right, Dad?
That's what he said,
I did.
which is pretty cool, right? And then we had to figure out what type of business. You had a lot of ideas.
I do. I smoke my ears.
Now, when John thinks hard, smoke comes out his ears.
Yes.
There was the fun store,
What?
whatever that was.
I know that is. I'm going to pick it up.
And then you had the idea for a food truck.
I did. I got an idea from the movie called Chef. One of the actor named Sean Farrow. It's a really neat movie about father and son bonding a food truck.
Which seemed like a great idea.
Yes.
Joe, you're dressed like bacon. Everybody loves eating from a food truck.
Everybody.
I love bacon.
Yeah,
No, I'm
do
with you.
Bacon. And we have bacon socks.
Yeah, with you. I'll go bacon. I want to try the bacon.
And so we're thinking, what could we make? Where would we put this? But we ran into a problem.
We can't cook.
Yeah, we can't. So it wasn't.
It seems important. I don't know much about the food truck business. That seems important.
But then right before Thanksgiving, John had his eureka moment.
I did. I want to sell gritty socks. Dad, I want socks.
White socks.
It's fun. It's colorful. It's creative. Dad,
Yeah,
it'll always never be me. I want gritty socks my whole life.
we used to drive around looking for these socks. So we figured this. If John loved them that much,
Yes, I could have other people too.
other people would too, and we could find those people.
Absolutely.
So we skipped the business plan. We went the lean startup route. We said, let's get something up and running, and our customers will let us know. So we built a website, little inventory.
Yeah, yeah.
You already had the name.
I got ideas.
The only marketing we did was to set up a Facebook page, and I would take out my cell phone,
Your phone.
and we made videos. And Joe, who do you think was in those videos?
Go ahead,
I
John.
mean, the most charismatic dude I've ever met. My guy, John, right here, of course.
Yes, it's me, Joe. Well, I talk about socks. And so, I let you know, all the listeners, socks, and more socks.
So what day did we open?
We opened up on a Friday, December 9th, 2016.
And we didn't know what to expect. But that first day, we got 42 orders.
Yes.
Felt
we
like a
did.
flood of orders. And most of them were local, which made sense, right? He's in Huntington High
Yep.
School. We live in Huntington.
I love Huntington.
Yes, you do.
I love Alabama.
So you're sucking up now, aren't you?
I know, I'm trying to.
How did we deliver those first orders?
Our home deliveries, we get red boxes, a beautiful box, put in a stock in the box. I put in a sticky note I wrote, I personalized. I put in a candy, a bag, 100 kisses.
Right, we got bags of Hershey's Kisses, put them in the box,
Mm.
loaded up the car, drove around, and you knocked on doors delivering
I
socks.
do.
How'd the customers respond?
A company responds, they love the socks, and they love me.
They loved you.
Yes.
It's a good thing you're so shy and modest. Huh?
And our customer responds, they want to take photos, and want to take a picture with me and share it on social media.
So,
Would I get that spread?
so up here in New York in December, it gets dark early and it's cold.
Yeah,
We're
freezing.
pulling up the houses. John gets out. He takes the box of socks. He goes toddling up to the door. I see him knocking. He goes inside.
I had hot
And I'm
chocolate.
sitting out in the car. It's cold. It's dark. It's freezing. And where is he? He's inside drinking hot chocolate, taking pictures, telling stories.
Yep, and I live in my cold.
But by the end of that month, really 2 weeks, we had shipped 452 orders.
Wow.
And we knew we had something. We didn't know how big it would grow. We didn't know how fast it would grow. But we knew we had something. So what we have built is a slightly different type of business model. We're a social enterprise. So we are a for-profit,
Yeah.
but we also have a social mission like a charity. And they feed off of each other. And what's our mission?
Spreading happiness.
Spreading happiness. And a large part of that is the show with people with different abilities.
Absolutely.
So that was 8 years ago. We were last with you and your audience 2 years ago. So let's bring folks up to date. When we started, we had 37 different socks. How many do we have now?
Yes, Dad. We have 4,000
Oh,
different kinds of stock and sources. Go ahead, Dad.
John owns the world's largest sock store.
Yes.
wow. 4,000. Yeah, you don't think that's too much, John? Is that too many socks?
You can never have too many socks. It is an interesting challenge because people want selection. They want to be able to personalize it, but you can't overwhelm them either with choices because people get paralyzed. So you have to make it easy for them to find what they want.
Absolutely.
But we have shipped over 475,000 packages from
Whoa.
89 different countries. But if we get an order between our office and home, what are you doing?
They're doing home delivery.
Still doing home deliveries, knocking on doors.
With my partner.
Yeah, well, I'm the driver.
Yes, you are. You turn me around.
I do. We've been able to create 34 jobs. 22 of those are held by people with different abilities.
Absolutely.
John has now donated over $800,000 to our charity partners.
That's amazing.
Like, who are some of the partners?
Like a Special Olympics, National Down Syndrome Society, and all the time Society in America.
Right. And you like to say,
Shit gets started.
just get started.
That's
Just
right.
So that's a lot of socks. And then if you're not in the area and you're saying, man, I sure wish I got something personalized, I can tell you what you get. You may not be able to see that good on the video, but you get a handwritten note from my guy, John. I ordered some socks, and guess what? I got a handwritten note from the superstar sitting right there. So you think they're not personalized just because you're not in the area? Think again, right? You're going to get a handwritten note. Your hand must hurt, John. That's a lot of notes.
Thank you. Thank you. I could be down in basement, running on the cars all day, all night.
It's
Man, the dedication is amazing right there. So you mentioned the Special Olympics. Catch people up. Well, what's going on with your events in the Special Olympics? What are you doing these days?
At Special Olympics, I do basketball, track and field, soccer, and snowshoe. I'm also so that I love Special Olympics. I do a fundraising. I jump a pole plunge.
He does the polar plunge every year.
Oh,
So soccer, you got soccer this Saturday.
Yeah, they do.
And soccer will be wrapping up in, I think, 2 weeks.
Yes.
We've started snowshoe practice.
On Sunday this weekend.
And basketball is going to start soon.
And next Thursday.
We love
really
Special
excited.
Olympics.
that's awesome. They do such a good job. That's a great program. You guys spend so much time, effort, and money helping them out as well. So I think that's awesome on you guys. That giving back to something that's giving back to you is a cool way to do it.
We're the fortunate ones. You know, we've written about and spoken about it. If there was no Special Olympics, there would be no John's Crazy Socks.
Right.
The confidence, the lessons you've learned.
I learned Special Olympics a lot. I learned like sportsmanship, good leadership, and I good at something. I had to be close, had to train, and I had to be a grit.
Teamwork, right? You develop grit.
Yep.
A lot of these attributes are things that help you in running a business.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
some of our colleagues are Special Olympic athletes.
I want my brother Jamie with a coach.
He's coaching. I'm coaching the
dad,
snowshoe
yeah.
team now. And we've seen, John and some of our colleagues, the confidence they get and the way
Yeah.
they grow. It's so wonderful.
Yeah. Definitely spills over into the business world. You can see that just out there living life and loving life. So, I mean, your whole thing is spreading happiness. Do you remember a story over the years how someone maybe got a pair of your socks and how they were just so excited and really just an example of spreading happiness?
We hear this all the time from people. I put those socks on and they just make me feel great.
I feel happy.
I can share one, sometimes it's almost overwhelming. There was one time, one example. John, actually, you were doing a home delivery.
Yeah.
I was at a house up on a hill. So I watched him climb these steps, go up.
Yeah.
And as he's coming back, the woman from the house is following. She comes down and she says, you have to understand something. She said, so this was in December. She says, my mother passed away this summer, and I've been very down, and I was in no mood to even celebrate Christmas. And then I saw John, and I got my first order of socks, and it picked me up, and I decorated the house, and now my kids are coming home for Christmas, and I couldn't be happier.
That's what it's all about.
At the end of the day, we're not really a sock store. The socks become the physical manifestation, but the story and the message. And it's one of joy and happiness and gratitude, generosity and hope. You mentioned the package you get. We built a business on 5 pillars, and one of those pillars is make this personal. And it's personal for us, but it's also, let's make personal connections. It's not just chase transactions. We're going to build relationships. And part of that is creating customer experiences. So when you get that package from us, you don't just get socks. You get this bright, colorful package that stands out. You open it up, you get your socks. You get the thank you note from John.
I do.
You get the candy. And on the packing slip, you see the picture, the picture and the name of the person who packed your order. You don't just get socks. That's a dose of happiness. When you saw that package, didn't that make you feel good?
Oh, absolutely. I hadn't even opened it yet. Didn't even know what was in there. But man, you just see even the outside just makes you smile.
Yes. It's we need more of that. We need more connections, more let's not just chase the money. Let's make a difference. Let's really connect. And, it comes back to our mission of spreading happiness. And what do you say are the keys to happiness?
I only married today to gratitude and to fathers.
Gratitude and do for others. The more we can do for people, the better off we are. And the gratitude, we're so fortunate to get to do what we do. And we can only do it because of our customers. We were telling you before about meeting with elected officials doing advocacy work, and we travel the country on speaking engagements and kind of bringing this message of hope and look what you can do, show the possibilities to people. We can only do that because our customers make that possible. And they keep John off the streets.
Yeah, I get my dad off the street.
You keep me off the streets. I read the bail money.
Yeah, thank you. I keep you alive.
You keep me in line. That's a hard job.
That's a full-time job right there. Full-time right there. So John, let me ask you this. How do you get your inspiration for some of these sock designs? Where do you get your creativity from?
I get all inspiration from my partner.
Well, you don't get it from me. Where do you get some of your design ideas?
I talk about inspiration.
Yeah, but your design, when you design socks.
Design. Oh, I'm sorry.
Where do you get those ideas from?
I come up my head.
I come out of your head.
I come in my head, and there's smoke in my ears, and yeah.
But you get ideas all over the place. You get them in movies. You see things.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like
you're eating dinner. You say bacon. Bacon socks.
Yes, I love bacon, and also I found a great sock I like. Like I remember that we went to Cape Cod.
Right.
I saw a sock at a ET store in New Orleans, Massachusetts.
Yeah, you look all over. We get suggestions from customers. Everybody here helps pick out socks and design socks and come up with ideas. You got to keep doing it all the time, right?
Absolutely.
We have a cool one. We haven't told anybody this, so we can share it with you and your audience. We have just agreed to become a sponsor of the Pro Bowling Tour.
I'm really excited.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Union right there.
Bowling.
Yeah,
It's about time.
I need someone to train me. Not get gutter.
Yeah, you need to have fewer gutter balls, huh?
Well, if you had some bowling socks, you could definitely knock those pins down. If you had some great bowling socks,
and we might try some bowling shirts, some John Bowling shirts. How
yes.
Oh, you just said $1 million idea. That's a bestseller right away, I'm sure. So let me ask you this: so you're a big advocate for people with differing abilities. What would your hope be? In a perfect world, what does that look like if the legislation goes through? What is all the fruits of your labor?
It's really simple. Here's kind of a big picture view. We've made great strides on the medical front. John is an example of that. He had 2 major surgeries, including open heart surgery, before he was 3 months. We've made great strides on the educational front. You get variations from state to state, but we do a good job there. But then you finish school, and what is there? There's a big nothing. So the biggest challenge now is a combination of jobs, housing, and community. We have people like John who are healthy and educated, ready, willing, and able, and we don't have enough for them. I used to say that we needed to create more jobs. I don't think that's right. We have the jobs out there. People just need to recognize that folks like John and our colleagues can do that work. And then we need it so they can live and participate in the community like everybody else. So we need more housing in general and more housing options. And we need them. It's not us doing them a favor. They've been patient, waiting for us to catch up. We need them in the contributions they make. And take this, you're down in Alabama. In much of this country, we're facing a labor shortage. We were just meeting with we met with business leaders here in New York, up in Massachusetts, out in Wisconsin. We hear the same thing. We can't find enough good workers. Well, at the same time, we have this vast untapped pool, this resource. We have to match that. So the businesses that learn to adapt, they get a competitive advantage. And we all benefit because people will make more of a contribution to society. So I want to see people be able to work, to live independently, or at least maximize how they can live and be able to participate in the community.
There you go. See, like you say, you're not doing them a favor. Yeah, they're doing us a favor, right? They're great workers. You've told me on the last part how they're most reliable people you guys have,
Right.
or the guys you have in your offices. So, and on your website it says we hire people with different abilities and build our workforce around them. Not just we're just kind of plugging them in. They're built around people with differing abilities. The business model is there. It's working. You guys, what, 8 years in business?
Yep.
I mean, it's right there. It's the concept. It's proof of concept right there. And then I like to say, hey, money loves speed. So if you need to get on this train right now, be the early adopters. It's happening.
Yeah. And it's small businesses and big businesses too. We could tell you stories from lots of small businesses, but you may have heard of this little software company out of Redmond, Washington called Microsoft.
Seemed like I read about that one time.
Yeah. So, they're pretty smart people there, and they picked their heads up one day because they're competing to hire programmers and technical people. And that's fierce competition. And they asked themselves, how come we don't hire more people on the autism spectrum? Because many people on the autism spectrum have great technical skills. Well, the answer is easy. Because that person can't get past a job interview. They may not look you in the eye. They may not give you a firm handshake. Well, like I say, they're pretty smart people at Microsoft. They figure out, what does having a firm handshake have to do with writing good computer code? So they changed their hiring process, and they now hire lots of people on the spectrum. That gives them a competitive advantage over other companies. It's hiring people with different abilities is not altruism. It's good business. And that's what we want to see. And then we work on things like setting it up so that people can hold on to more of their earnings, that they don't lose it or lose their benefits.
So, John, I got to just switch up gears just a little bit. Can you tell me a little bit more about your dance party?
Yes. I back in 2020, I put in content back in 2020 when when everything shut down everything.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about the dance party.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know what happens sometimes? Joe asks you what time it is, and you're telling him how you made the watch.
What?
It's talk about the dance party.
Okay, I'm sorry. I put in content. Dance party. I hold an online dance party. That's 3 p.m. Eastern time. A lot of fun. That on Zoom. I gotta sign up on my website. I add johnscreativesock.com. Check out to my dance party. A lot of fun. And
Well,
yeah.
what better way, particularly when everybody was isolated, what better way to spread fun, spread happiness than to have a dance party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like
It's hard to
doing
be
that?
to be mad and sad if you're dancing, right?
And you work hard at it.
I did. I worked very hard, and I was really I'm really good at it. I make a playlist.
Right? John creates a playlist for every show. Every playlist is different, and you develop the playlist. You run the whole show yourself. You set up the camera, the microphone. You're the technical guy, and you're the talent dancing.
Yes.
You like that?
I do. And Dad.
Yeah.
I really like doing dance party. And maybe I'm thinking idea.
Go ahead.
Idea at the end of the day,
Yeah.
maybe having Halloween special.
Well, you could knock yourself out if you want to do that, except here's the thing, you didn't set it up ahead of time. So it's too late to kind of invite people.
And
do that.
and actually, I'm not a lot of people.
Oh, you're gonna dance.
I'm gonna do it.
You just want to do a Facebook Live and dance.
Yeah.
Son, I never stop you.
I want to act shy in front of people.
Okay, you want to do that? Okay. We do have things to do tonight.
I do.
We're gonna vote,
The vote.
and then what are we gonna watch? Oh, we have a show to do tonight.
So tonight.
What's the show tonight?
Football pick.
You're right. Every Thursday night, we do a football pick show on Facebook. What are the
Oh,
ground rules?
Play my Dobera pick.
Don't bet on our picks.
And I can trip only.
We-
Just entertainment only.
Just entertainment. We don't pick against the spread.
And
You're doing well lately, though.
I'm actually no out.
Oh, I didn't see last week's results.
and you say don't bet on the Jets, right?
Well, yes. Don't bet on the Jets, and then we have to watch the Jets tonight
Oh, Dad.
and be
so-
miserable.
Yeah. I'm actually Dad.
What?
Last week, you
I
kicked my butt.
kicked your butt again?
Yeah.
As it should be.
That's right. Dad's
As
in
it
charge.
should be.
Dad's in charge.
Wily old man.
Yeah, you're old.
Oh, thank you.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, hey, you got to claim it, right? I'm old too. It's all right. It's an honor to get here. So I'll ask you both. When you look back, I mean, this crazy wild ride you've been on, what's been probably your proudest moment?
There are so many. Listen, we've testified twice before Congress, we've spoken at the UN. To sit next to my son in the US Capitol, that's pretty awesome. To sit next to him and the two of us be speaking to Congress, that's pretty awesome. But the best thing by far is to be here during the holiday season when we're busy. And this place is filled with activity, with people who've never had a job before. There's nothing better in the world. And the energy that's here, we could light up the whole country. I think we may have shared it last time on your show. We're so fortunate. We get to see minor miracles every day. I'll tell you about one of them. You talk about Thomas.
Yes, Dad.
So Thomas is, much of what we do, we run a pick and pack warehouse. We do our own fulfillment. Orders come in, you got to pick them, pack them, and send them out. And what do we call our pickers?
Sock wranglers.
Sock wranglers. So back in October of 2017, we get a call from someone saying, I hear you hire people like my son. I want you to give my son a job. And our colleague said, oh, okay, but we don't have any openings. We'll post it when we do. She called every day because she's a mom. And I spoke to her and I said, she's got a son, Thomas. Tell me about Thomas. She said, well, Thomas has autism and he's in a bad way. We can't get him to join any programs. He's so depressed, we have trouble just getting him to come out of his room. He doesn't want to shower or shave, and he hasn't spoken to his father in over 6 months. Oh, sounds like a wonderful. When we had an opening, we called her up and said, bring Thomas out. And now to get hired, we train you.
Yeah.
You may have even helped train Thomas. But you have to pass the sock wrangler test. You have to show us you can do the job. Well, Thomas passed that test as if he was put on this earth to be a sock. Today, the young man who wouldn't look at you or talk to you comes around and says good morning to everybody in the building. And he's up at 6:30 in the morning, showered and shaved, waiting for his father to drive him to work. And last year, to the great shock and joy of his family, he stood up at his brother's wedding and gave the best man toast. Look what a job can do. And I want to be clear, we did nothing. We don't have special training, no government support. All we did was give Thomas the opportunity to earn a job. And it's transformative.
Now, I'm not going to cry in this bacon suit, man, but you got me close. How dare you, sir? Man, but what a story. What a story. Look what a job can do.
Yeah. And listen, part of what we share with other businesses, the two of us, we're a couple of knuckleheads selling socks. If we can do this, think about somebody with resources and more smarts than us, what they can do. Look at the impact you can have. Right, bud?
Yeah, Dad, I love you.
Are you a knucklehead?
Yes.
You are a knucklehead. All right.
That's why I like you guys. I am too. That's why we get along. You mentioned the holiday season's coming up. If only you guys had some holiday themed socks. Do you have anything, maybe like a Christmas tree or something?
Do we have holiday socks?
I get with you. We have Halloween socks. We have Christmas socks. We have Thanksgiving. We have turkey socks. We have Easter.
We have socks.
We have Mother's Day.
We
have
have
Mother's Day.
Great gifts plus the Sock of the Month Club.
That's my club.
Right? You can get a subscription. Yeah, we do half of our business during the holiday season. So we really are dependent on our customers. And it's very easy. It's very simple. You buy socks from us, and you've done it, Joe. You get socks that will make you feel happy.
Yes.
You get great socks. We have over 33,000 five-star reviews. But there's so much more. You buy from us. You help us employ, Thomas. You help us employ people with different abilities. You buy from us. You support the Giving Back program. And most of all, you help us
spread happiness.
Spread happiness. What's better than that?
Not much, especially here at the holiday season. You can spread happiness in your house. I mean, my socks are still in pristine condition 2 years later. I mean, the superhero socks are amazing. Always slide on, some socks get all caught up when you're trying to put them on your foot. Nobody wants that. You'll break a toe or a toenail. Not these babies. Slide right up every time, still holding up. Yeah, that's what they
want to take care of our customers. We're so grateful.
Yeah.
We give a 2-year guarantee on our socks. Who ever heard of that? And it turns out it's really unlimited. We had somebody call up a month ago. They bought socks from us 5 years ago. They started to get a hole in one. What do? We replaced the socks. We're going to take care of you. And it turns out our refund rate is less than 2%. Most fashion clothing stores is like 30%. Ours is less than 2%. It's good stuff, and you're making a difference, and it makes you feel good. And you make a difference.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Right? Make a difference, and then buy some for yourself, buy some for someone else. That's how happiness spreads, right? We're spreading it all through. You don't know what you're going to get your family members for Christmas. Just get them socks. Get them the Sock of the Month Club. Make them happy. They'll get that package, even if they weren't expecting socks. They don't even know they need these socks in their lives, right?
That's right. People love the socks. They love the story. And if you got a business, we can make custom socks for you. You can give them out to your employees, your customers, your supporters, nonprofits. Use them to raise money. Heck, Holy Cross College raised $800,000 with our socks.
Whoa.
We have a charity fundraising program that's free for nonprofits. We now provide a welcome series. So if you got a business, this is what we have a whole bunch of businesses doing. Every time they get a new customer, they let us know, and we send that customer a package. But we do that now with some companies for new employees, for new members and member organizations. There's a lot of things if you've got a business that we can do. If you're wondering, what are we going to do for Christmas gifts this year? You got enough coffee mugs, T-shirts, and crap. Give them socks. Every time they put on the socks, they're going to think of you. They're going to love it. Call us up. We can put together packages for you, gift socks. Right, buddy?
Yes, Dad.
It's good stuff.
That's it. We all have to wear socks pretty much every day. If you're a normal person, you put on socks every day. You might as well have some good ones. So I know they're hearing about these socks. Where do they go to get these socks? Where could they go?
I go at John's Crazy Socks .com.
johnscrazysocks.com. You can
That's
find us there. You can contact us through that. That's where you can see his, the custom socks, the sock of the month club, the charity fundraising program. Sign up for the dance club. Check out our podcast, and if you want, check out our social media pages. We're on all the platforms. You love dancing on TikTok, don't
Thank
you?
you.
TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. And if there's some way we can help you, reach out to us through our website or LinkedIn. I'm the only Mark X Cronin on LinkedIn. If there's some way we can help you, we want to do that.
That's awesome. I appreciate you guys coming back on here. I'll link all that stuff in the show notes so you can just click on things. You don't have to spell anything because that's not my strong suit. So you can just click on them. Hey, guys, you are truly living out your mission. There's a lot of businesses that have a mission, but not everyone like you guys is spreading happiness 100% every day. John, you are an amazing young man. I appreciate the opportunity to meet you. Mark, you're an awesome dad. I know how proud it is to see your son achieve something. I know you're just so proud of that guy.
I'm a lucky man. I got 3 sons. They're pretty awesome. We're fortunate to go and watch them become the people they are.
That's it. That's the number one goal as a parent, right? That's an amazing thing to do. So if you guys are listening right now, please share this episode. That could be one way you could spread some happiness yourself. You could also go and get 1 or 55 pairs of socks. That would be great for Christmas right here. And just follow these guys on social media. That'll spread happiness as well. Share this episode. We'll see you guys next week on the Relentless Positivity Podcast.